true to who I am, and I think people are going to take it how they want to take it, but I've never even really said anything about that. And so when it comes just to protecting young girls in sport and women in sport, I feel very strongly about that. I think that's why you have Title IX. That's why you have some of the greats in women's sports. If Title IX and women's sports weren't protected, then you wouldn't hear about any type of women in sport. And so I think in the future, it's just really...
You, my friend, grab a seat and get ready, because the WNBA is once again at the center of a controversy that's dominating basketball conversations everywhere. Social media is buzzing, fans are debating every new report, and the latest headlines have everyone asking what really happened behind the scenes. If you thought this season's biggest stories were limited to what happened on the court, think again. Today's discussion focuses on claims, reactions, and public responses that have sparked intense debate across the sports world. Reports circulating online have fueled speculation about a tense exchange involving Brittney Griner and Caitlin Clark, although many of the details remain unverified. As the rumors spread, fans and commentators quickly shared their opinions, with many divided over what may or may not have happened. The conversation intensified even further when Sophie Cunningham became part of the broader public spotlight, not because of a confirmed locker room incident, but because of her outspoken comments on issues that have already generated nationwide discussion. Cunningham's recent remarks about women's sports, fairness, and player protection have made her one of the league's most talked about figures. During a media session, she reaffirmed her earlier position by telling reporters, "I said what I said." Those comments reignited debate throughout the basketball community, with supporters praising her for speaking openly, while critics strongly disagreed with her stance. Rather than relying solely on headlines or social media reactions, let's hear directly from Sophie Cunningham herself and listen to exactly what she had to say.
Who shouldn't have to go against biological men. That's what she talked about. She was asked to expand on the quote when meeting with the media on Wednesday, and she made it clear that's how she feels. Quote, "I said what I said," Cunningham told reporters. But rather than me just saying that, let's hear from Sophie Cunningham herself. Listen to what she had to say.
Talked about wanting to protect young girls who shouldn't have to go against biological men. Just can you expand your viewpoint on that?
I mean, I think I said what I said. I think it's kind of common sense. And I think I'll always believe in that. I think it's really important to protect children. And that's little girls who are also involved in that category. And so I stand on what I said, and I always believe that.
I stand with Sophie Cunningham. I stand with...
Don't skip a single second of this video, because we're breaking down every major development, the reactions from around the league, and the growing debate that has basketball fans talking everywhere. If you're enjoying this coverage, make sure to hit the subscribe button, turn on notifications, and let's dive straight into today's story. To understand why this discussion has become one of the biggest topics in the WNBA, we have to go back to the beginning. Ever since Caitlin Clark entered the league, she has attracted an extraordinary level of attention. Television ratings have increased, arenas have welcomed record-breaking crowds, and national media coverage has increasingly focused on the Indiana Fever and Clark's impact on the sport. At the same time, her rapid rise in popularity has sparked intense debate among fans, analysts, and former players about the league's changing landscape. Many supporters view Clark as a transformational star who is helping grow women's basketball, while others believe the spotlight should also recognize the accomplishments of veteran players. These differing perspectives have created one of the season's most closely followed storylines, setting the stage for every controversy that follows.
Yeah, I think it has been so fun. I played with BG for 6 years, and so I know her like the back of my hand, and as of late, she's been playing really good. She's been playing like OG Brittney, and so we have our hands full down in the paint. I really think actually Connecticut is playing really good as a whole. I think everyone's playing their role really well from top to bottom. They don't go out there and do anything outside of what they do, and that makes it difficult. And so, yeah, you can look at standings and where they're at in the league, but when you do that in this league, you're going to get beat by 50. And so we have one more game before break, and we cannot take this game lightly at all. And so we have to come out with following our scout, following our game plan offensively, making them play us into what we do. But BG's a load for anybody.
Last one I have, Sophie. How do you, navigate a climate where whatever you say, people are going to say, well, this means you're automatically in this box or this label or that label, politically, morally, whatever?
I really don't care. I know that sounds bad, and I'm not trying to come off like that, but I do think, everyone always is coming at it as a negative. Well, me coming out with that, there's so many people who are coming out with the positive, saying, you know what, finally someone has said something, and I don't really look at either side of those, because I know whatever I say, I'm going to get hate and I'm going to get love, and if I'm going to live by the love, I'm going to die by the hate.
According to claims that have circulated widely online, speculation intensified after a physical matchup between the Indiana Fever and the Phoenix Mercury. Various social media posts and unverified reports allege that tensions continued beyond the final buzzer as players headed toward the locker rooms. While no official evidence has confirmed these details, the rumors quickly spread throughout the basketball community, with fans debating whether an exchange may have taken place between Brittney Griner and Caitlin Clark. The alleged accounts describe a heated verbal confrontation, but the specifics remain unverified, and neither the league nor the teams have confirmed that such an incident occurred. Even so, the online discussion continued to gain momentum, sparking another round of debate about the physical style of play in the WNBA and the growing attention surrounding Clark. As speculation continued, many fans also brought Sophie Cunningham into the conversation because of her reputation for defending her teammates. Across social media, supporters portrayed Cunningham as someone who would not hesitate to stand up for Clark if tensions ever reached that point. However, there is no verified evidence that she confronted Griner or that the rumored hallway altercation occurred as described. Despite the lack of confirmed facts, the story spread rapidly online, demonstrating just how quickly rumors can influence the conversation surrounding the league.
Clark and just shoves her, and then got called for a foul. So Caitlin's just trying to, like, how exactly is a foul on Caitlin Clark? Like, how exactly is that a foul on Caitlin Clark? Response is that we're younger class. Let's not be crazy here. Freedom of movement rules, you can't block a cutter, which is what she tried to do. Again, exactly what she tried to do. It doesn't matter. If Brittney Griner walks into Caitlin Clark, yes, she bumped the cutter. That is a foul on Caitlin Clark. Brittney Griner shoved her. Brittney Griner saw that Caitlin Clark was in her way and shoved her. Like, I'm sorry, Brittney Griner initiates the contact and follows through. I'm sorry, like, if Brittney Griner walks into Caitlin Clark and Caitlin Clark has her two hands up, yes, it's a foul on Caitlin Clark. It doesn't count. That's like saying if I don't know, I see somebody that's doing something wrong, so I rugby tackle, doing in an illegal defensive position, so I rugby tackle them. Or I see I don't know, it's like being an offensive player and you're about to get hit by a moving screen. So instead of getting hit by a moving screen and drawing the foul, you decide to turn and shove the person setting the screen. No, it doesn't work like that. It doesn't work. Freedom of movement does not allow you to stop before contact and shove somebody. Like, it is what it is, and I'm being real. Like, this whistle is horrendously awful. Like, this is minimum flagrant one. And again, when we're talking about this could be, I don't know. Look, I don't know about Brittney Griner's intent here, because at the end of the day, when it comes down to it, she did the exact same thing as Caitlin Clark did to Veronica Burton. The difference is that she's obviously taller. And is there a level of responsibility that you have to have when you're a little bit taller? Yeah, there is. There absolutely is a greater level of responsibility. If you agree this is some bullshit, subscribe. We are trying to get to 60k as soon as possible. We're on 59.6k right now. Thank you guys so much for all the support, by the way. Like, nearly 100 subscribers in the last day. But
First of all, thank you all so much for your incredible support. The channel has gained nearly 100 new subscribers in just the past day, and we truly appreciate every single one of you. Now let's get back to today's story. As speculation continued to spread online, social media quickly became flooded with dramatic claims suggesting that Sophie Cunningham would never stand by if one of her teammates were being intimidated. Many posts portrayed her as the ultimate protector of the Indiana Fever, describing her as the kind of player who isn't afraid to stand up for her teammates, no matter who she faces. However, it's important to remember that these stories and quotes have not been independently verified. Even so, the online narrative gained significant attention, with many fans praising Cunningham's toughness and willingness to defend those around her. Whether based on fact or speculation, the discussion further strengthened her reputation as one of the league's fiercest competitors. As the debate intensified, the focus shifted away from the game itself and toward broader topics such as player protection, team chemistry, and the increasingly heated atmosphere surrounding the WNBA. Although emotions continue to run high across social media, there is still no official confirmation that the rumored confrontation occurred as described. Even so, the discussion served as another reminder of how quickly unverified stories can capture public attention and dominate the sports conversation.
Score like we're there for their entertainment. You are! The whole thing is toxic. I saw a guy with his daughter in the crowd, both of them yelling, couldn't hear what they were saying exactly, but it was either my performance or some light racism. But here's where I'm going with this. So the WNBA says they want to get paid more. They're saying this year they're going to make $1 billion. That's what they're saying, okay? For the first time ever. Now that Caitlin Clark is hurt for 2 weeks, did you see ticket prices? Insane. Let me read you the ticket prices. After Caitlin Clark's been hurt for 2 weeks. All right? So let's go through this. Caitlin Clark absence is having an immediate impact beyond the court. According to data shared by Yahoo Sports via TickPick, prices for 2 specific Indiana Fever away games against the Chicago Sky and the Washington Mystics dropped sharply after Clark was sidelined. Before the injury, the lowest ticket available for Fever's matchup in Chicago was $86. For the game in Washington, fans needed at least $41 to get in. After the news of Clark's absence, those get-in prices fell to $25 from $86 and $14 from $41. What the hell is going on with WNBA that they cannot handle all this attention that they're getting, as well as the hate and anger towards Caitlin Clark?
First things first. Respectfully. Brittney Griner was in a Russian prison. You would think that somebody who is now free, back in America, on home soil, would not have too much to complain about. Especially something like this. Fans in every sport. She described the fans.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what sport you are. It doesn't matter what sport you pick. That's how fans act in every arena. In every arena. So, and then...
This is where the story took another dramatic turn. As speculation continued to spread online, many fans expected the league to publicly address the rumors and growing controversy. Instead, the lack of an official statement fueled even more debate across social media. Some questioned whether the league should respond directly to the circulating claims, while others argued that unverified reports shouldn't influence disciplinary decisions. The conversation quickly shifted from what may have happened behind the scenes to broader questions about transparency, accountability, and how the WNBA handles controversies involving its biggest stars. As the discussion intensified, social media became filled with thousands of posts, videos, and opinion pieces from fans, analysts, and former players. Supporters of Sophie Cunningham praised her reputation for standing up for her teammates, while others urged caution, reminding everyone that many of the most dramatic claims had not been confirmed by the league or the teams involved. The debate expanded far beyond basketball, becoming one of the most discussed topics in the sports world that week. Regardless of where people stood, one thing became clear: the controversy had captured the attention of the entire basketball community. Fever fans rallied behind their team. Discussions about player protection and league communication dominated the headlines, and every new development sparked another wave of online reactions. Whether the rumors ultimately proved true or false, the situation highlighted how quickly speculation can shape public conversation in today's sports landscape, and why separating verified facts from viral claims has never been more important.
The referees are doing. I don't know what they're doing. This is like the second or third time this has happened with Caitlin Clark, where there's been no calls on cheap shots. Like, there has been no calls on cheap shots. It's not even a regular foul. And the problem is that just like the Wemby and Jalen Brunson situation, where Jalen Brunson basically goes and shoots a three, Wemby puts his foot under Jalen Brunson, and it's not called as a foul, because they know if they call it as a foul, they have to upgrade it. Like, I'm sorry. This is a call that is minimum flagrant 1. This is a harsh flagrant 2, a justified flagrant 1, and a how the fuck is this a common foul? But how is it that in that scenario, you come out with a no call? Like, this is a flagrant. I'm not going to say flagrant 1.5, because that means it's equally between a flagrant 1 and flagrant 2. I'll give it a flagrant 1.25. A flagrant 1.25 foul. Like, would have been an extremely harsh ejection, but I've seen people be ejected for less. Because it's to the head. If this was to the chest, bending down and shoulder charging, they've already shown. When Caitlin Clark did it, it was a flagrant 1. When Caitlin Clark did it, it was a flagrant 1. That is the precedent that's been set. And now you're allowed not only do the same thing to Caitlin Clark and it's a no call, you're allowed to do it to Caitlin Clark's jaw.
This story has grown far beyond a single game or one reported incident. It has evolved into a much broader conversation about player safety, professionalism, league leadership, and how controversies are handled when the spotlight is at its brightest. Whether you believe the rumors, question them, or feel that more facts are still needed, one thing is certain: this debate isn't going away anytime soon. Now it's your turn. How do you think the WNBA should handle high-profile controversies involving players, teams, and league officials? Do you believe the league should be more transparent when stories like this dominate social media, or should it wait until all the facts have been confirmed? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, and please keep the discussion respectful. If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss the latest WNBA news, analysis, and updates. Thanks for watching Breaking Hoop, and we'll see you in the next video.